I started Good+Foundation in 2001, just doing a drive to get baby gear and equipment to families in need. We'd noticed that over 60% of the families that we were serving were led by single moms. That number just wouldn't budge year after year after year, and it just kept begging the question, where are the fathers? Because to really help mothers, you have to help fathers.
The goods and services from Good Plus help more than just the kids. It helps the father in his relationships with the mother who sees that father, her children participating and contributing. She's less likely to be a gatekeeper for the child.
Once they get these parenting skills, these healthy relationship skills, they're building on that. So you could see the difference.
You can see quick, big changes in two people's lives, the kid and the dad.
When fathers do better, children do better, and when children and fathers do better, families do better. I think it'll have a great impact on the decrease of poverty across the country.
Please welcome to the stage Dr. Alan Michael Graves.
Good morning, Oklahoma. I am Dr. Alan Michael Graves, and I bring you greetings from the Good+ Foundation and our leaders of the organization, Jerry and Jessica Seinfeld. And as you saw from the video, part of my work is centered around working with fathers, but I want to stress something from the very beginning. Working with fathers improves the outcomes of kids, but it also helps moms, right? Big time, right? Working with fathers helps mothers. And if mothers do better, children also do better, right? So we just want to start that from the beginning. In addition to my work around the country, around fatherhood, it's not only personal for me, but it's also, it's not only professional, but it's also personal for me. I'm a father of 4. I have a 33-year-old named Christopher, a 30-year-old named, I forgot his name, Kevin. And don't judge me, I have a 10-year-old and a 5-year-old. I wouldn't recommend it. I usually start this presentation acknowledging that I love my mama. Oh, y'all didn't hear me. I love my mama. Thank you. And I'll tell you, I think I have a very dynamic mother who attempted to provide me with everything that I needed, and attempted to make me the best person possible. I think she did a very good job. That said, I'm keenly aware that if my father would have been in my life, things would have been a little different for me. Not better, not worse, just different. I would have had a different set of tools to navigate life as a man, and specifically a man of color, through the military, through college, through work, and even in my life today as a father. I frequently imagine all the things that I might have been able to do differently if I had the tools that my father might have provided for me, or a father figure. So let me give you an example. I can't shave like everybody else. I don't know if you guys know it, but as a man of color with my skin texture, I have to shave in one deliberate stroke, with the grain, not against the grain. You guys have seen the Gillette commercial where the guy's in the shower and he's going, hur, 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 hur. No, I can't do that, right? And I didn't learn until I got into the military about shaving with one deliberate stroke, with the grain and not against the grain. You probably can't see, but I have a big keloid on the side of my face here. This is a growth due to my skin texture, and it started off as a shaving bump. I wish my father was there to teach me that you have to shave differently than everybody else, because I mimicked everyone else. And let me give you another example. What's the first thing you think soldiers do when they join the military? I heard it over here. Get married, right? When you get married, when you go in the military and you get married, you get better. You get to go to the PX, you get to go to the commissary, you get better housing. So when I joined the military, I did what everybody else was doing, right? The first person that said they would, I did. Now, although I have 2 boys from that relationship who I simply adore, I was not ready to get married. I didn't have the tools. I had never seen what healthy relationships look like. Today, I'm having conversations with my oldest son, Chris, who just got engaged, and we're having conversations around him getting married. I'm confident that these conversations that I'm able to have with him that weren't there for me as I traveled this journey, I'm confident that they will help him and his family for years to come. Ladies and gentlemen, I am standing here today as Dr. Alan Michael Graves, yearning for my father. Yearning for my father figure. Now, again, I just want to remind you, my mother provided everything that I needed, but today, still at 52, I'm waiting on my father or father figure. We need to understand that we can help Alan Michaels of the future. In the years that we've been doing this work, I have to acknowledge we've come a long way. I've been doing this work for about 20 years. And when I started, I used to hear the words still like, man up, right? Folks stopped being a deadbeat dad. Folks didn't know how to engage and talk to fathers and treat them in a way that didn't drive them away. Today, we're doing things different. I was so impressed sitting here yesterday, listening to the governor with his intentionality and it being unapologetic about father engagement. I was like, I've never seen this before. Today, we know that we don't have to be the fathers of yesterday where we were just disciplinarians or we were just the providers. Today, I get to be a nurturing dad. Now, I do, thank you. And that nurturing might look different for each one of us, right? I tell the story, when my son opens the refrigerator and everything that he needs is in there, guess what? Nurturing. Yeah. When the school bus picks up kids 2 doors down from my house, my son doesn't ride the school bus. And it's not because we're bougie, which we are, by the way. It's because I don't want him standing out in the rain, waiting on the school bus. It's because I don't want him standing out there in the cold waiting on the school bus. And I use those opportunities that I drive him to and from school to talk to him about his day, to talk to him about his friends. That's the father of today. In one of my classes, I teach parenting classes. In one of the classes, I was sharing with, because my youngest son is adopted, and his mother had some substance abuse issues, and I have been freaked out about his health his entire life. And he was turning almost 4.5, and he hadn't been potty trained yet. Now, my oldest kids, at 2 o'clock, they were, 2 years old, they were trained. This one was 4, almost going on 5, and I was worried. And I was sharing this with the gentleman in my class, and I was telling them, I think I'm going to go get him some help at our regional center or something. And one of the guys said, no. This is what you do. You put some Cheerios in the toilet bowl and let him play a game. Y'all get the game, right? All right. Now, I got to tell you, in my family, I had never heard of anything like this because my mama wasn't letting me waste no Cheerios in the toilet bowl. But in 2 weeks, my son became potty trained. I learned how to potty train my child from another father who was a client in one of my classes. In my 24/7 dad group, this father helped me become a stronger father, right? And experiencing parenting through a different lens, I was able to parent my son differently. Programs like 24/7 Dad is on my shoulders create spaces where we can do those type of things. I often think of the impact of life skills and education on children if we allowed fathers to authentically participate and we engaged them in that way. Because of the work that we've done, we know that it's in the best interest of families that we get away from all those old judgments around fathers, right? And that we invite them to participate in programs like Father Forward Oklahoma, right? And that we allow them to learn skills and tools that help them have the capacity to unlock their fathering potential. It's interesting because I tell people all the time, they're like, fathers don't talk. And I'm like, we got new fathers here today. I got picked up in a car Tuesday night here going back to the hotel. The driver who happens to be Carter from Public Strategies. I got in the car, Carter told me about how he just had a new baby and how 9 months and was telling me her name. And I was like, oh, that's wonderful. Congratulations, right? I went back to the hotel, I logged onto my computer, I started doing work. I did my nightly Zoom call with my son, right? Because I'm a nurturing father. And so we did a Zoom call. And I'm like, how was your day? And immediately on my phone popped up a picture of Carter's baby. I was like, who said ah? Because I almost started to cry. I was like, I just met this man. But this is a proud, nurturing father that, given the space, parented differently than what we say parents look like. It means understanding that we need to do things differently. We need to teach communication skills, helping fathers navigate systems, managing their feelings and emotion. It means that we have to explain and help them understand the difference between discipline and punishment. Because today, as a father, because of the classes that I've taken and I know that in order to have appropriate discipline, there has to be a teachable moment to it. Because if not, it's just punishment. Let me share another life skill, a life lesson with you. Again, I told you my mother, did I tell you I love my mama? Okay, yeah. My mother did everything, I think, that possibly that she could. But there was one thing that she tried, but she didn't do as well as I would expected her to do. Now, and that was talk to me about the birds and the bees. You know, the talk. Right? She tried, but it went in one ear and out the other. So can somebody tell me where I learned about the birds and the bees from? Somebody said school. Other little knuckleheads that didn't know what they were doing. Right? Really. And so I navigated a space without the tools necessary for life-changing events. Right? Think of the impact on relationships and having kids and the birds and bees if fathers were present to have the conversations in the way that we want them to, right? I think it's life-changing. Providing fathers with a vision where they can be the fathers that they want, acknowledging their self-worth, understanding their emotions, and building, having mindset changes, right? Creating spaces in these fatherhood groups where fathers can talk about and show up in their authenticity. Don't take it from me. Let me show you a video, and I want you to see the magic of this work. Let's start with our fatherhood creed. I am a father.
I am a father.
I'll set a good example for myself and my children.
I set a good example for myself and my children.
I am a father, and I will succeed.
I am a father, and I will succeed.
We are here to become better fathers. What brought you here, right? Where were you, and what did you need to work on along the time? Remember, we started with feelings and emotions. Let's just start there.
My alcoholism was out of control. And so I could not control my emotions. I'd get angry. It turned into a fight. And my son witnessed all that.
Emotions can cause me to act in a way that I'll regret later. So to take a deep breath, take a step back, evaluate the situation, and consider whatever I'm thinking of saying or doing, the impact that it will have on my children.
Now I can concentrate on the relationship with my son. The classes and the group has made me reflect that it needs to be a quality relationship.
The hope that this will be done one day and you'll be able to have a relationship, co-parent or parallel parent with your partner for the benefit of your kid, that's my goal.
I'm doing everything I can to get back in his life and show him that how much I love him. Yeah.
I am successful because of the tools that Thriving Fathers and Good+ offers. I used to listen to respond. I now listen to understand. And it's made the difference, especially in our children.
Because of the work that I've done here, I just look forward to, adapt more tools that I learn. Hopefully their mother, get it together, and she could adapt some of those tools too. That's it.
I didn't have no boundaries. I now see that I needed this. And I thank God that I went through what I went through, because I wouldn't be the man I am today if I didn't walk through this.
I am now a better father, but it started off by being a better person.
All I want to do is have my wife and my kids under the same roof, having dinner together, what a family does. And I can't wait till that day comes.
I can't wait to see my daughter be free outside, run around, play soccer, to have the freedom to enjoy life like a normal toddler.
Come on, brother. I feel you.
Think of the impact, thank you, yeah. Think of the impact on a man's self-worth if we help them understand how important, how meaningful, and how capable they are and can be through skills and education. I invite you to join me in continuing to remove the roadblocks, in erasing things that could help, that tend to hold fathers back. I'm going to repeat the quote that you heard early on. When fathers do better, children do better. When children do better, families do better. When families do better, communities do better. Everyone in this room can play a key role in creating strong manhood, strong motherhood, strong familyhood. Thank you so much.